Look at this fantastic, beautiful, white, wintry wonderland here. I absolutely adore barbecuing. It's one of my favorite things to do. I do it year round, and I even do it for breakfast or brunch. It's a lovely way to sort of entertain and get everybody involved, but I also really enjoy cooking with the side burner. It's a great way to do one of my favorite things, which is the classic French omelet. Now, I apprenticed 20-something years ago in Europe, and the chefs there always like to challenge the commis de cuisines with omelet making. The classic French omelet is all about technique, no color, and lots of creamy texture in the middle. We're going to do something similar to that, but maybe modernized a little bit for sort of North American taste with a bit of color and a bit more sort of cooking through. So it's creamy, but not liquid. I put some sausages on. I've got some lovely grilled baguette, beautiful mushrooms and vine-ripened tomatoes that are just sitting here ready to go. And now we're going to start off with what we always need for a great omelet, our beautiful, fresh Nova Scotia eggs. Okay, so I'm going to start with 3 eggs, white or brown, it doesn't matter. But a 3-egg omelet is sort of the perfect meal size omelet in my opinion. And seasoning with salt and pepper just at the last minute. You don't really want to put salt in too early because it can make your eggs look a little gray, which is something we want to avoid. I'm also got some parsley and chives here, so I'm going to put those in. Now, beating the eggs with a fork, I'm going from side to side here, and I'm really breaking down that albumin so the eggs become very, very, very short and well combined. So we're going to start with about, just about a tablespoon of butter into a hot pan. It is important to have a hot pan for omelet making. We want that egg to be able to cook quickly and coagulate on the bottom. So we're going to spread that around till we get a nice coating, but also just waiting until that butter foams up. And then we know that that pan is hot and ready to go. So you can see the foam up. And there we go. Now we're in with the egg. Okay, so this is where it gets fun. The classic French omelet, you would be really, really vigorously moving this around. You don't really need to go quite as vigorous. You can sort of take your time here, and you're sort of moving the egg off the bottom, folding it over, and loosely scrambling it. And we're going to watch carefully for the consistency that you prefer. We want it to be creamy and tender, but some people like it more runny than others. Again, just moving it around, taking your time, no panic. It takes about 60 to 90 seconds for one omelet. Now at this point you could grate some cheese. You want to put some Parmesan or some aged white cheddar in there. There we go. So now it's starting to come together quite nicely. And at this point, we're going to do this little maneuver. It's a bit noisy, but we want to start to move and use the shape of the pan on the bottom to form the shape of that omelet. And here we go. We're going to move that down, and you can see that a lot of the egg has actually come to the forefront of the pan. Now we start to move this down, and this is we're using the shape of the pan to create this lovely canoe. Now the next thing we're going to do is I'm just going to reach behind me very quickly, and I've got a minute here. And I'm going to get a small amount of butter and add that to the pan just behind the omelet. Lifting it up. And now what we're doing is we're using that heat of the pan to get some caramelization. In France, you would be sort of crucified at this point if you cooked it any more than this. But we're going to actually keep it on there for a little bit longer until we get a little bit of browning and cooking through to our more North American tastes. Now, loosening it up, I'm going to tap on the bottom of the pan at this point. Tap, tap, tap. You can sort of take a moment, fold that over. And now we're going to move to the plate. Now the plating is kind of fun because you move and you move your hand into this position with your thumb on top. Okay, moving down to the bottom. We're going to put like this and flip the omelet onto the plate. And there you have it. lovely, beautifully canoe-shaped omelet, lovely butter, slightly more done than the pure white omelet, but I just love that color and that presentation. Now that is a beautiful omelet. You can serve this anytime, you can stuff it, you can do all kinds of different flavoring. The possibilities are endless. That to me is a barbecue brunch.